Universal Wrestling Alliance. Bringing you the finest in professional wrestling competition from around the world. Presents Sunshine State Wrestling. And now, here's your host, Mark Biro. Thank you very much, and welcome once again to another edition of Sunshine State Wrestling. We're going to have a very intriguing program in store for you, to say the very least. We're going to be seeing the masked, mysterious ex-cons in action, but they will be in action in singles matches. That's right, the ex-cons will be in single matches. In their first match, you'll be seeing ex-con number 1 going up against the very powerful Bob Steele, a popular competitor. And also, we'll be seeing Black Samson in action from Johannesburg, South Africa. And he'll be going up against the human blowtorch, Johnny Roll. A little later in the program, we'll be talking to Texas Red Wells on our personality profile, and I'm sure you'll find that very interesting. Lord Tom Laxton, a sensational competitor from New York City, New York, will be on our program, and Texas Red Wells is his opponent. And also, we'll be seeing the other ex-con in action against the Cuban Cobra, the powerful Carlos Rodriguez. Very exciting matches in store for you on Sunshine State Wrestling today. And without further ado, let's turn it over to the ring. This match, one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, in the corner to the left, weighing in at 217 pounds from Fresno, California, Bob Steele. His opponent, from parts unknown, weight unknown, the masked ex-con number 1. He is accompanied by his manager, The Animal. Your referee for this event and all events on Sunshine State Wrestling, from Stafford, Illinois, Phil Gerard. All right, one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Bob Steele against the masked ex-con, and referee Phil Gerard making sure that the ex-con number 2, who is not involved in this match, leaves the ring along with the Animal. Special hello to Russell Manley, the Prince of the Printed Word of the Tampa Times. A big fan of Sunshine State Wrestling, as is his partner in crime on the Tampa Times, the Titan of Times Text, Tom Jackson. All right, Gerard now having his fill of ex-con number 2 and the Animal, and both men quietly now and very purposefully leaving the ring slowly. All right, we're waiting for the bell to ring. There's the bell. And it's Bob Steele going up against the masked ex-con number 1. And I have joining me at the table the manager, the Animal. And, sir, I'm just wondering why you have the ex-cons in singles action right now.
Because everybody says that they work as a tag team and they have to Pier 6 brawl. You'll have to excuse my voice, I'm a little bit hoarse. It's Florida weather. We're brought down here to rest. People holler and they scream that all these guys want to do is Pier 6 brawl. I've got them signed today on this program in singles matches to prove to the people that they don't need to double team anybody.
Well, I must say that you would have to admit that in many times in the past, the ex-cons have double teamed, and that has been a pretty frequent part of their teamwork.
You watch this ex-con number 1 up here against Steele.
Well,
he doesn't need any help at all.
Go behind a waistlift takedown by Bob Steele, and Steele quickly planting several boots to the back of ex-con number 1.
You see that? That's what these guys have to do. We come out here to wrestle, and look what they want to do.
Well, that's a perfectly legal maneuver on the part of Bob Steele.
He had the man down. He didn't have to stomp on him. What's the matter with his Steele?
Well, I can only say that one is in this profession to win, and Steele has done nothing out of the way to gain a victory in this match. And
I just want the people to know we don't have to resort to any dirty tactics.
Well, wait a minute. Here you see the ex-con applying several fists and being warned by the referee, Phil Gerard.
Those are strictly open hand forearms.
And now it's the ex-con leaving the ring Bob Steele has had a string of victories, not only on our program recently, but also in our live houses throughout the state. And Steele, a very popular competitor.
He was defeated Wednesday night at the exhibition hall. We defeated him there. Now he comes out here and wants a challenge against us. He put in a special challenge for the X-Con #1. This is why I decided to split them up so they could wrestle as individuals. My men are individuals. They're very good individuals.
Well, I can see now that a side headlock is being applied by X-Con #1 on Bob Steele as they go in the ropes. And Steele trying to maneuver out of that very vice-like grip that is being applied by the X-Con. And it's the X-Con smashing away with an elbow at the back of the neck of Steele, and Steele on one knee now, rising slowly, and he fires away in the midsection, high knee that takes down the X-Con, and now it's Bob Steele quickly in charge
Did you
here.
see that illegal maneuver? The point of the knee into the rib cage of the X-Con.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, sir. I've never taken away anything from the X-Cons or yourself as manager, but you must admit that Bob Steele is a tremendous competitor. Now you see, the X-Con smashing away, grazing the head of Steele, and Steele, those eyes a bit glassy now.
Look at that. You see that maneuver, how he took that man to the canvas, took him down,
Yes, but
and
right
held
now,
him on his back.
yes, but right now the referee is calling for a chokehold.
That's right. That's right. You see how slow Steele's moving?
And
The
now-
Con is definitely wearing him down.
Well, the Con is using those psychological ploys of his that these two men are noted for. They'll talk to a man constantly while he's on the canvas. They'll
You
try
see
to
that
outcycle him.
X-Con #2 sitting by watching us match. He's not interfering in the least.
Well, certainly he's not doing anything more than what is asked of him. I don't think you could commend the X-Con for not interfering in a match when that's exactly what he should be doing, and that is not interfering. Steele now applying that pressure to the leg of the X-Con. The X-Con being warned about the hair now.
You see how the X-Con is not conceding anything. He's not giving up at all.
No question about
These
it.
men are conditioned and trained to the fullest. They're in top physical condition.
Steele now backing off on his man and now moving in and gets that full arm dragon twist at ring center. And thus far, the X-Con has had no success with Bob Steele. Bob Steele doing a sparkling job of maintaining order. And referee Phil Gerard now checking the shoulders of the X-Con. And now the X-Con, a beautiful move by him. And there you see the X-Con using the ropes to add some more balance and leverage on that pin.
Mr. Virio, this is just a good example of how these X-Cons can work.
Well,
They are definitely, like I've said in the past, they're individuals. They have minds of their own. The only thing I do is I guide them in their financial matters. I guide them with my experience. As it's been said in the past, we've been together many years, off and on.
Well, I realize that, and I've never on this program taken anything away from the X-Cons. To set the record straight, they are a tremendous tag team. There's no question about it, and I would even put them as the #1 tag team. Wait a minute. Bob Steele is going in for that figure 4, and Steele now, his leg hook, they're into the ropes, and the X-Con,
Classic
3.
example.
The X-Con, at the
You
very
saw that?
last
Classic
minute,
example.
hooked that leg and got in for the pin on Bob Steele. And the winner of the fall and winner of the match, X-Con #1, and we'll be back with more wrestling after this. This coming Wednesday night at the Exhibition Hall, UWA Professional Wrestling returns to Sarasota. The main event of the evening will be a return grudge match between Thunderbolt Jackson and Lord Tom Jackson.
Forget about Jackson. The ex-cons are out here.
Well, I was ready to mention that the masked ex-cons, accompanied by their manager, The Animal, will be going up against the combined efforts of Texas Red Wells and Bob Steele.
That's what it is. It's a combined effort.
And we'll also have 3 other matches in store for you. First of all, reservations. The number to call in Sarasota is 958-1219. Don't forget, get those tickets early. 958-1219. Check all area Sears stores. And as you heard earlier and as you see on your screen, I am accompanied by The Animal, the manager to the mysterious masked ex-cons.
You're talking about this Thunderbolt Jackson. Last Wednesday night at the Exhibition Hall, he couldn't even defeat Tom Laxton. Lord Tom Laxton he couldn't defeat. Now, let's talk about the cons. We took on this Spider-Man, and we took on this Don Moore, and all we get is garbage. We're brought all the way to the state of Florida for the top competition. We come down here in this rainy weather. We leave ideal conditions to come down here and all they ship
What
at us
the
is
Animal's
garbage.
trying to say is that from all the competition we've seen in this area so far, to win a championship would only make you top fly in a garbage can.
Well, I think we've heard about enough of those comments.
You haven't heard anything at all yet. We want competition here in the state of Florida or else. We are the number one. We are undefeated.
The number to call in Sarasota is 958-1219. We'll see each and every one of you there.
But Wednesday night at Exhibition Hall, we'll defeat another bunch of flunkies.
Our next match on Sunshine State Wrestling will feature Black Samson and Johnny Rawle, the human blowtorch. And one has to admit that in our previous match between the ex-con and Bob Steele, the ex-con certainly showed some savvy, to say the very least, as he hooked at Steele's leg, and they went just shy of the ropes, and the referee, Phil Gerard, counted the count of 3. And the winner was thus the ex-con. I'm very impressed with the ex-cons, both. While one may not agree with their tactics in the ring, certainly you have to give them a great deal of credit. I see a very interesting development here, the absence of Professor Ted Webb, and I see Lord Tom Laxton in the ring, as you can now see, but no Professor Ted Webb. We'll have to get into that a little bit later. I'm wondering what the problem is, but nevertheless, without further ado, let's turn it back over to the ring and our second match. This match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first in the corner to the left, wearing red trunks, weighing 225 pounds from Bradenton, Florida, the human blowtorch, Johnny Rawle. His opponent, weighing in at 208 pounds from Johannesburg, South Africa, Black Samson. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. All right, there you have Lord Tom Laxton assisting Black Samson, and the referee is ordering him out of the ring now. We're waiting for the bell to ring. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. There's the bell, and Rawle squaring off now against Black Samson. Samson, methodical. There's a head toss takedown, and Samson's the first one to bite the canvas. going to be very interesting to see Black Samson work without Professor Ted Webb. Thus far, he had cons were supposed to be going up against Red Wells and Bod Steele, but from what has occurred on our program, Carlos Rodriguez has asked for and has received the tag team match with the ex-cons and have as his partner Red Wells. There's not too much time, gentlemen, on the program, but Carlo, I know you're upset.
Yeah, baby, let me tell you something. The ex-con, if they want to get it on with us, I want to sign a contract. If they want to get it on next Wednesday night on the exhibition hall, they got me because I got my great partner here, Red Wells.
Well, gentlemen, I think we've broken up. Until next week, adios, everybody.
This has been Sunshine State Wrestling. Under the sanction of the Universal Wrestling Alliance. Production facilities provided through WXLT TV, Channel 40, Sarasota, Florida.
Ready? The next exercise we'll do is called the toe and heel raises for strengthening the muscles of your leg and foot. Stand up tall behind your chair, hold on to the chair back. Raise up onto your toes, and then come back to a flat-footed position, and then pull your toes up in the air. That's 1. Up, and then pull your toes up. 2. Good. We're going to do 15 of these. Now, don't let your body bend forward as you do this. Keep your body straight and let your legs bear the body weight and do the work, not your arms. Up and pull your toes up. Good. Now, if you can't lift your toes or your heels at all, keep trying. Just by trying to do the exercises, you are strengthening those muscles. So keep at it. The next exercise we'll be doing is called heel raises and will help to strengthen the muscles of your leg and foot. Turn toward the chair, hold on to the chair back with both hands. Raise up on your toes, hold and lower slowly, and up and down. We're going to try to do 15 of these. Good, keep going. Stand straight, don't bend forward and put your weight through your arms. Keep your shoulders back. Let your legs do the work to raise your body. Good. Keep going. And rest. The next exercise we'll be doing is called heel raises. The next exercise we'll be doing is called heel raises and is for strengthening your leg and foot muscles. Hold on to your chair back and then raise your heels so that you stand on your tiptoes. Hold and then lower and up and down. We'll try to do about 15 of these. Good. Now, don't lean onto your arms. Keep your shoulders back and your body straight. Let your legs do the work of raising your body up. Now, if you can't get up on your toes, keep trying because you're strengthening your leg muscles just by trying to do this exercise. Good, and rest. The next exercise we'll be doing is called heel raises and is for strengthening your leg and foot muscles. Stand up next to your chair, hold on to the chair back, and then raise your heels so that you stand on your tiptoes. Hold and lower, and up and down. Good. We're going to try to do about 15 of these. Good. Up and down. Now, don't lean forward onto your arms like this. Stand straight with your shoulders back and let your legs do the work of lifting your body. Good. Now, if you can't raise up onto your toes, that's okay. Keep trying, because by just trying to do this exercise, you're strengthening your foot muscles. Up and down and rest. How's my lipstick?
It's fine.
Okay. The next exercise we'll be doing is called standing knee flexion. It's for strengthening your hamstring muscles in the back of your thigh and for stretching the muscles that cross the front of your hip and knee. Stand in the back of your chair, hold on, stand up tall. Ready? The last exercise that we'll be doing with the chair is called the standing knee flexion exercise. It's for strengthening the hamstring muscle in the back of your leg and for stretching the muscles that cross the front of your thigh. Hold on to your chair back, stand up tall, and bend your right leg by bringing your heel toward your buttocks. Your knee should be pointing straight down to the floor. Bend and straighten the knee slowly. 2, 3. You're going to work up to 15 repetitions on each leg. See how straight I'm standing? I'm standing straight, and that's going to help me get a better stretch across the front of my thigh muscles. Now, if your hamstring muscle starts to cramp on you, stop and shake it out a little bit. Let's do the other leg now. Stand up tall, bend the knee up and down. Knee points down to the floor. Stand tall. Notice how straight my right leg is. These exercises that make you stand on one leg as you move the other help to give your hip stability and help to prevent falls. Good. Stop and rest. We're going to be moving on to the sidestepping exercise next, and that is also for hip strength and stability. I goofed it at the very. The last exercise we'll be doing with the chair is called the standing knee flexion exercise. It's for hamstring strength and for stretching the muscle across the front of your thigh. Hold on to your chair back and stand up tall. Bend your right leg by bringing your heel to your buttocks. Keep your knee pointed straight toward the floor. Raise and lower the leg slowly. Good. Notice how straight I'm standing? Standing straight gives you a better stretch across the front of the hip and thigh. Good. Keep going. 12, 13, 14. Now, if you get a cramp in your hamstring, stop and just shake it out. Let's go on to the other exercise. Oh, shoot. 25, 23. The last exercise that you'll be doing using the chair is called the standing knee flexion exercise. It's for strengthening the hamstring muscles in the back of your leg and for stretching the muscles that cross the front of your thigh. Stand up to your chair, hold on to the chair back, and then bend your right leg, bringing your heel toward your buttocks. Keep your knee pointed down to the floor. Raise and lower the leg slowly. We'll be doing 15 on each leg. Notice how straight I'm standing? Standing straight will help you to get a better stretch across the front of your thigh. If your hamstring muscle starts to cramp, shake it out a little bit. Take a rest. Let's do the other leg. Stand up tall, bend the knee points straight down to the floor. The standing leg stays straight. All of these exercises that make you stand on one leg as you raise and lower the other help to improve your hip stability and strength, which is very important for the prevention of falls. Good, and relaxed. Next, we're going to be moving on to the side-stepping exercise. You won't actually touch your elbows behind you, but that's the direction that you need to pull. Really get those elbows back. Hold for 5, and again, hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, don't allow your shoulders to raise. Keep your shoulders down. You keep your arms in at your sides and then just pull your elbows straight back. And that should be it.
Just have her do it one more time. Okay. One more time, Tracy. Just keep going.
Okay. You won't actually touch them together behind you, but that's... Thank you. You won't actually touch them together behind you, but that's the direction that you need to pull. Really get those elbows back and hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now, don't let your shoulders raise. Keep them down and keep your arms in at your sides. And pull back. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do it. Or you want me to keep going?
That's fine. 28 to 36. And I'll do what I can on the Zoom. Okay.
I've changed into these clothes so that you can see the exercises better. Lie down on your bed with your knees bent and your feet flat. This is called the hook lying position. It is best to lay...